Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of Southern Woods and Waters. Hope y'all are in for a fun one tonight because it's already getting started off. We're going to have a great time tonight. Just want to let y'all know what's going on. I've got a good friend back in the studio with us tonight. We look forward to him coming every year, and that's Hunter Carmichael. He's in the house tonight. We're going to be talking about this year's MAC size bass tournament. I've also got in the house with my buddy Dayton, as always, and Richard Kirby down here on the end with us. And we're probably going to laugh a little tonight. I believe we're going to have a good time, but you know, that's a good thing, guys, because tonight's show, of course, we're here to talk about the upcoming tournament that you host every year.
Yes, sir.
We'd love to always give everybody information on that. This thing's grown every year, but then we're going to be on some fishing trips, two completely different ends of the spectrum, but it's just going to be about having a good time out with your buddies or your friends, your family tonight. We're going to go actually on a family trip. We're going to head down to New Orleans, Louisiana, and go out and fish the oil rigs with our buddy Captain Bob Brandt, first mate Miss Cindy there with full deck charters, and we're going to be telling you about some exciting new things that they're fixing to be getting started up as well. Then we're going to head over to Nickajack Lake to do some topwater fishing there, some bass fishing. So just a good all-around night, guys. It's going to be a good time, but to kick it off, Hunter, I always remember that you were one of the very first fishing shows I ever did. You've been doing this a long time here, and you said this is year 7.
Year 7.
You've come up here and been on the show, and we've talked about this, and this is the MAC size bass tournament. And so is this year 7? It's been happening. And this all goes to the MAC Carmichael Fund, okay? And this is going to benefit Vanderbilt's Children's Hospital. But I'm going to stop there because this guy here has got all the real scoop on it.
Yep.
But first, Hunter, when is this year's tournament? Where is it at? Just what's the information on that?
So as always, we're doing it at Fate Sanders Marina on Percy Priest Lake, and we are doing this we're blasting off at 7 o'clock. 7 to 3 is the normal hours. We've also got the Family Fun Day. This year we're bringing the bouncy house.
A lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff going on. You know, my wife got involved, and she's like, we need something for the families, so that's what we're doing. And we have just been blessed with so much stuff that we're going to be auctioning, raffling. Man, everybody's going to go home with something. I mean, it's going to be a good time.
Pile rods brings a lot to the table. Everybody does.
Yep. I mean, I could go down the list, but we'd run out of time.
Yeah, we'd have to have a big sheet up here for everybody that gives to this thing every year. And when is it this year? I know it's going to be at Fate Sanders.
Sorry, on this Sunday, May 1st, at Fate Sanders. And yeah, we'll be there. You can sign up at MacCarmichaelFund.com, and we recommend signing up early because it is pure craziness trying to sign up that morning. But you can sign up that morning. We'll be there at 4:30 a.m. signing boats up and trying our best to get them out by 7 a.m. So. Well,
I know this is something that obviously is very, very near and dear to your heart, but it's a program that benefits something that I don't know of any other program that benefits what this does. So explain just a little bit about what is it that this supports and why so many people have gotten behind this over the years.
We specifically support the staffing at with the spiritual care department within Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, and that is the people, that is chaplains, the people that help these families when the doctors can do no more. The families need heavy support. Going through such a thing myself, you know, you're lost. I mean, it happens fast. You know, accident happens. Your child's, I mean, within 2 days, my child was gone, and you're in complete shock, and you need the support of these people. And our specific story, we asked to see a chaplain in the middle of the night, and there was not one. And I'm like, how can there not be a chaplain at this children's hospital? And they said, well, we got one chaplain that works normal hours and everybody else is volunteer. And, you know, I didn't think a whole lot of it anymore, but afterward we started talking about, matter of fact, I was telling that story to John Hopkins, who owned Fate Sanders Marina. And John goes, there's who you need to raise the money for right there. And I'm like, boom, there it is.
Yeah.
And it's worked out very well. They've actually expanded the program now to where they offer the pastoral care spiritual care services to the employees because they were under so much stress during all this COVID mess.
Excellent.
And now not just the families, but the employees of the hospital are offered that as well. And so we're super proud to be a part of this. You know, don't get me wrong, I'd love to have my son back, but it ain't going to happen. And this is what we've got, and we're making the best of it.
And he's got a legacy now that'll go on forever. You know, I mean, like I say, this has grown every year. I mean, you get a bigger and better turnout.
Hunter gets every year is unbelievable. Just to everybody that shows up.
I mean, you know, my wife and I put this on, but when I say that, there is a team of people that
volunteered to help.
It is unbelievable what comes out to help with this.
You know, Chris Dykes helps a bunch. Everybody.
Chris Dykes is our, you know, he runs the tournament. He's our, you know, weighmaster.
Right.
I mean, from Joe McConnell doing the 10 every year.
And Bobby Colson them auction.
Bobby Colson does auction. If he can't be there, he always sends somebody.
Yep.
I mean, there's just so many people that jump in. Ram Tool, Clark Marine, Anderson Marine. I mean, you just
John,
got volunteer boats. John, Hopkins. Golly, I mean, it just, and I hate naming names because I'm going to leave. I can't name them all.
That's right. I mean, again,
I'm sorry, there's a lot of people.
We say this all the time, and I know Richard agrees with this. He sees it in a lot of the organizations, but you want to see a community that gets behind something. It's the fishing community. I mean, when there's a need and you're within the community, like somebody like Hunter is or Dayton is or however, man, they're going to get behind you and support you so much.
You know,
that's right.
They will.
Yep.
It's just there's no better community to have involved. I think it's wonderful that you're doing it through a fishing tournament because there's as much support as you can ever find.
Here's what's up. You can hunt, but you use up hunting with a partner and you're by yourself. When you go back to fishing, you're in a team of 100 people, man, that everybody's in together with this.
Yep.
And it's against each other.
Right.
Yeah,
And then when the blast off comes off, everybody's mad. Don't want to talk to each other. Then they come back to weigh in, they're even more mad, but they get over it after the door prize.
Right.
That's right. They're happy again by the end of the day.
So
they're all
fun.
friends and ready to go home.
It's so fun.
And you know, this tournament started just a handful of my buddies, and I specifically remember John Hopkins and Brian Carper were talking about doing a fishing tournament to help my wife and I. And we were in a position where we needed something to do. You know, I mean, we just lost our son. I needed something to do.
Yeah.
And that this tournament became that opportunity for me to do something for my child.
Yeah.
You know, and so I told him, I'm like, look, guys, I need to do this. You know.
Sure.
And that's how it started.
That's wonderful.
And it's been a huge healing thing for us.
Yeah.
I mean, it really has.
Probably for many families.
For many.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're going to get ready to go on over and do this week's wild game forecast. This week's wild game forecast has been sponsored by our friends over at Wilson Bank and Trust. Y'all can find them at one of 29 Middle Tennessee locations. Stop in and let them take care of all your banking and financial needs, and be sure to tell them thank you for all they do for us here at the show. All right, guys, welcome back. Y'all probably seen like we have. It's going to be pretty warm for a few days, guys. Those water temperatures are coming up.
Fish are eating and everything's going on.
Fish are eating.
Turkey's about coming to an end.
Turkeys, I'm not going to say slow down. I mean, you might catch one really hot now, but those hens are starting nesting.
Crazy, though.
Yeah, you can get on a crazy hunt.
I got a buddy of mine just dying to hear us talk about turkey, but we're going to talk about a little more fishing tonight.
We are. We're going to talk about a little more fishing, but Mike, we're going to get a little. We're going to get to a little turkey talk too, guys. But you know, on the fishing side, look, I was catching. We got some real nice crappie yesterday afternoon in 3 foot of water. Okay, I mean they're tight in the brush. You'd have to feel your jig drop down through that brush.
Yeah.
And that fish would grab it.
How big?
Oh man,
they were 5 inches long.
Every
we had some. Hey,
I mean, everything's good. Center Hill, Bell Hollow, floating worms at Center Hill. And just, I mean, top water's fixing to turn on at every body of water we got. Shad spawning. Everything's doing it.
Top water's my time of year.
It's
That's
on.
what I enjoy the most,
If you're a top water fisherman and you want it, you better be out there getting it because it's happening.
We got a good top water bait we're going to be showing you in just a little while too. So.
That's right.
Well, guys, we want to remind you to follow us on Facebook. Give us a like there, and we'll let you know what we've got going on at all times. Y'all can share all your stories and photos with us there as well. Check us out also at swwtv.com. You find all of our past episodes. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with this week's Pictures of the Week and some more Southern Woods and Waters.